I just finished the Monster Type Festival using an amazing deck with a high percentage of a win of 85%. This was really easy for me, took me only 5 hours, and I'm gonna show you the whole deck and how to play the deck. So this is gonna be a Dark World deck. There's gonna be 3 Brow, 2 Tour Guides, 3 Snows, 1 Trance Archfiend, 3 Gentas, 1 Salamander, 1 Gold, 1 Lucent, 3 Lava Golems, 3 Graphas, 3 Rain Dukes, which I call RB, Diabolica just 1 Harpy Feather Dusters, there's a lot of Labyrinth, it's an OP card, 1 Card Destruction, 1 Upstart Goblin just to make things going, 1 Dark World Dealings, 3 Dark World Dealings that is, 2 Trade-ins, 3 Allure of Darkness, 3 Gates, and 1 Fusion of a Session of Dark Worlds. In the extra deck, to be honest, like from all these 15 cards, I mostly used only Grapha Fusions. If I had a third one, I would use a third one, but to use more than enough. Apollousa is the MVP. This is something that you want to consistently bring out on your first turn. Then there's the Nightmare package of Unicorn, Phoenix, and Cerberus. 2 Muckcrackers, also one of the MVPs of the deck. If you have 3, you can run 3. Same with the Nightmare package, but for the Xyz, like, there's a bunch of Fiend monsters that you can use, which are good. Dugares, Bagushka, Texton Knight, but like I've never even summoned them once, not a single time. I had a bunch of other options I could summon, and I have never summoned them, not even once. Because the whole point of the deck is to summon a Palooza on your first turn, and for a Palooza you need 4 different monsters. Of course, you can use the Link 2 and make it out of 3 monsters, but I prefer to have 4 negates. So the best option is to, of course, summon the RB, the Grapha as 2 of the monsters for the Palooza. Afterwards, you have Tour Guide, which gives you 2 more bodies, and there you go, you have already an Appaloosa. Once you have an Appaloosa, you need to find the Fusion spell. With the Fusion spell, you summon your Fusion monster and just add any kind of body on the field that you can bounce, like Gold or Lucent. It's best to have Gold for the follow-up of the Fusion combo, but once you have the Gold on the field, you just bounce it back for an RB. If you can make 2 of them to make Muckcracker, great, but worst case, you can just link off the Fusion monster to make Muckcracker and bring back the Fusion monster with Muckcracker as well. And of course, finish off with a set of Dark World Accession. And that's it. If you have a Graph in hand, if you have a Gold in hand, if you have a set Accession with a Anapalooza on the field, at the same time you have a Muckcracker and Graph Fusion, most likely you're gonna win every single game if you have a board like this, because with an opponent such as Labyrinth, well, what can they do if you simply break their board? I will show you a quick combo, how things work with this replay, and explain everything as I go through, but it's quite simple and basic. Nobody runs any Ash Blossoms, there are no maxis in this mode, because it's all Fiends and Fairies. The best option they can have is like a Herald of Orange, right? So I'm gonna speed things up. As you can see, it's a casual Labyrinth player, as they all are. Most of the decks you'll meet are gonna be Labyrinth players. He's just doing his Labyrinth thing. I don't know why he did this. Maybe he's afraid of Lava Golem. But yeah, we're just gonna start with our turn. Go for trade-in. Just start blasting, and there he goes. He starts doing his own thing. Just summoning a bunch of things. Doing the Labyrinth thing. Just let him play, as I say. Let him do what he does. Sets a bunch of stuff, does a bunch of things. Sets another thing. Just try to go with Field and Trance Archfiend. Bounce. Send the Graph, pop a card. Summon Diabolica back, use Field, banish the Graph, send another Graph, destroy another card. Make the Muckcracker will target the Archfiend, it will come back, send another Graph, pop the third card. Use the Trance Archfiend once again to summon a Lucent, bounce the Lucent back, summon Grapha, go for an attack. To be honest, could have just simply ended with an OTK here, but it is what it is. Picked it up, kept just building a board. As you can see, imagine I haven't attacked yet, it still has one monster. I make this board, just summon Lucian again, try to get a RB and just attack then. I would have ended it with the game, but you get the point. It's a strong deck going second, right? But what happens if you go first? Like I said, going first, there's only one target that you need to do and achieve, is to summon a Palooza as soon as possible. Same with the fusion monster, you need to summon it as soon as possible. So if you're going first, the simple way to do things are just to summon these two and have a Muckracker just for defense on the field, just to protect your monsters, you know, in case something bad happens, as I say. So we started our combo, we're just toolboxing right now, sending our boss monsters to the grave so we can have 4 bodies. The whole point is to have 4 bodies on the field. As you can see, I have the Grapha already, I have the Grapha Fusion, I have the gold, I summoned another monster which is the RB, and this is the point where we already have 5 bodies on the field and we can make a Palooza. And if you notice, I've linked off the fusion monster, and I will explain why. Because we can bring back the fusion monster with Muckracker, so we need to save the gold so we can continue spamming and summoning monsters on the field. That's why I kept the gold and used all the other 4 to make the maximum power of a Palooza of 4 negates. And after that I kept spamming gold, which I kept. I bounced it back, I made the Muckracker, and right now I'm just gonna bring the fusion back on the field with Muckracker, having the perfect hand of 1 accession on the field, set 1 gold in the hand, 1 Grapha in the hand in case I wanna just use a session, discard Grapha, pop 1 card in the field, get another body in case he Kaijus me or he Lava Golems me. I can still have that negate with this spell. I have 4 negates of monsters of Palooza. I have the Graph effect, which will activate summon gold, destroy 2 more cards on the field, which is OP against Labyrinth, if they fall for that, of course. And Muckracker can simply protect all my monsters. Some people just try to lower a Palooza and attack a Palooza. You just use Muckracker, you just send Muckracker to the grave, and that's it. If you have gold on the field, you will send gold and then Muckracker. Basically, this is the whole combo. You want to make this field. This is the perfect hand. And like, card destruction is not needed, but everything else is like the perfect field and hand that you can have, and there's not much your opponent can do, as you will see right now. Once you have this set up, there's nothing much they can do, to be honest. Like, he just says 5 cards, passes, since it's Labyrinth. Everybody's gonna be playing Labyrinth this event. You go with like this, you pop 1 card, they have 1 less cards. Amazing. Now you have a full field of monsters that you can do plenty of stuff with. He tries to break my board. He's just trying a bunch of stuff to simply not let me play, to survive this turn. But as I said, I used the Graph effect. I just simply removed all his face down spells and traps, which are traps in this case. The whole board is negated. The whole board is destroyed. I still have a bunch of monsters to attack and finish him. There's nothing they can do after a first turn like this. It's the best deck to climb right now with a 85% win rate. And if you're not playing this deck, well, I don't know how you're gonna climb, because it only took me 5 hours for me to be able to reach 11,000 points and get all the gems, as you can see here. I was doing this live. If you've missed it, click the notification bell and subscribe to the channel, so next time when I go live and do crazy stuff like this, or crazy stuff where I go from rookie to masters in a bunch of 4-day streams of 17 hours, which is crazy, with only using Dark Worlds, you won't be able to miss it out. So subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave a comment below.